Congratulations. You've just woken up in Japan during the early 1600s, the so-called golden age of the samurai. Sounds exciting, right? Katanas, cherry blossoms, noble duels under the moonlight? Well, no. Forget the anime glow and Hollywood sword fights. You're not living in an elegant scroll painting. You're living inside a drafty wooden box, surrounded by paper walls thinner than your grandmother's excuses. And every day is a survival game. You open your eyes, but don't expect sunlight pouring in. Your bedroom isn't much more than a dark cubicle inside a wooden house, and the light filtering through those paper sliding doors, shoji, just makes the dust and bugs more visible. That futon you're lying on? It's not fluffy. It's a thin mat on tatami flooring, woven straw that's been stepped on, spilled on, and peed on by at least one toddler in your household. It smells faintly of mildew, smoke, and old fish. Congratulations. You've been marinating in it all night. Forget memory foam. Forget even a pillow. Your head rests on a wooden block wrapped in fabric. Yes, a block. The idea is to protect your carefully styled top knot. But if you've ever rolled over in your sleep and cracked your skull on the corner of a wooden stand, you'll understand why samurai poetry tends to sound so gloomy. You stretch. Bad idea. It's winter, and your house has no insulation. Your breath fogs the air like you're vaping ice cubes, and your joints pop like popcorn in a bamboo basket. You're only 25 years old, but in Edo period Japan, that's middle-aged. Your back feels like you've spent the last decade being used as practice for sword drawing drills. The house itself is a masterpiece of efficiency, which is a polite way of saying tiny. The walls are made of paper and wood, so privacy is non-existent. When your neighbor coughs 3 doors down, you hear it. When your uncle snores, the entire neighborhood hears it. And let's be honest, you don't exactly smell great either. The whole house is one blended perfume of smoke, sweat, fish sauce, and damp straw. If Yankee Candle tried to capture this, they'd name it Medieval Sadness and immediately go bankrupt. Oh, and you're not alone. Your parents, siblings, cousins, and probably a stray uncle with gambling debts all share this space with you. Everyone sleeps in the same room, bodies lined up like sardines. Good morning. You've just made eye contact with your brother, whose breath smells like yesterday's pickled radish. Privacy? What's that? The first sound you hear outside is the clang of a temple bell. That's your alarm clock. No snooze button, no Spotify playlist, just a monk with strong arms and poor timing. And he's letting you know, time to start suffering. You shuffle to your feet, sliding the shoji door open with a creak. The cold hits you like a spear to the chest. You step outside, and your toes immediately regret it. Your sandals, if you own any, are made of straw. They offer as much protection as wet tissue paper. Most likely, you're barefoot, stepping on dirt, splinters, and something suspicious left behind by last night's wandering dog. You glance around. Your house sits in a row of other wooden huts. Roofs are thatched, walls are flimsy, and everything looks like it would go up in flames if someone sneezed too hard. Which is accurate. Fires are so common in Edo that the city is nicknamed the City of Fires. One spark, one overturned oil lamp, and congratulations, you've just lost your entire life to ash. Again, breakfast? We'll get there. But first, let's admire the lovely surroundings. Streets are narrow and unpaved, filled with ruts of mud. Open ditches line either side, carrying what you really hope is just rainwater. The air smells like smoke from wood fires, mixed with fish markets, human sweat, and a hint of horse manure. You'd think you'd get used to it. You don't. Back inside, the day's first challenge is dressing yourself. Don't expect a wardrobe. You own maybe 2 outfits total. Today you'll wear the same rough hemp or cotton kimono you wore yesterday, and the day before, and probably the rest of your natural life. If you're a samurai, you might have a hakama, those wide pleated pants that look cool in anime, but mostly just trap dirt and fleas. If you're poor, it's the same patched kimono until it disintegrates. Fashion Week hasn't arrived yet. And let's talk about laundry. Spoiler, you don't do it often. Washing clothes requires hauling water, scrubbing by hand, and praying the fabric doesn't just fall apart. So your kimono smells like smoke, sweat, and sadness. Congratulations, you are the human version of a compost heap. Now, before you face the day, a quick word about grooming. You don't have a toothbrush. Toothpaste doesn't exist. People rub salt or charcoal on their teeth, maybe chew a twig if they're feeling fancy. Your breath could kill a wild boar at 20 paces. As for hair, if you're a samurai, you've got the chonmage, the top knot. Maintaining it requires oil, combs, and endless patience. If you're a farmer, you just tie it back and hope the lice don't form a democracy. Speaking of lice, congratulations again. You have them. Everyone does. Lice, fleas, mosquitoes, ticks, they're not just your roommates. They're your coworkers, your spiritual guides, your constant companions. You scratch your neck, your armpit, your scalp. People won't even glance at you. It's as normal as breathing. The first meal of the day awaits, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is Samurai Japan. Food isn't joy, it's obligation. And before you touch that bowl of rice, assuming you're lucky enough to have rice, you have to offer thanks to the household gods. A little bow here, a chant there, maybe burn some incense if you can afford it. Because in this world, one wrong sneeze from the kami and your rice harvest is gone. Your family starves and your landlord still takes rent. So here you are, standing in the cold, itchy, hungry, and already behind schedule. Samurai Japan isn't a romantic painting. It's a paper-walled pressure cooker where everyone's trying to survive, look honorable, and not die from a splinter. And this is only your morning. Things will get worse, much worse.